I'm replacing the alternator on a 2004 RX330. This one has the towing package with the 130 amp alternator. I have all new hardware because the old ones will have corrosion and rust on them and I don't want to put them back in the vehicle. Make sure you disconnect the battery. I got the intake tubing and some of the covers out of the way. It's possible to remove the alternator without removing the fan shroud, but it's super hard and it's almost quicker and easier to just take the fan shroud out. I got the fan shroud out for electrical. We got the fan controller and this harness clip. Next, I took out the coolant reservoir hose. Once that's out of the way, it's 4 bolts holding in the fan shroud. They're 10 millimeters. The 2 bolts on the bottom are hard to get to. For the driver's side, I had to undo this bracket for the transmission cooler line. I was able to move this harness enough to the side to pull the fan shroud out. I also took off the heat shield for the exhaust manifold to get more room. Here's the fan shroud and the heat shield. To take the alternator out of the car, you have to remove both of the bolts. Once you remove the bottom, that decouples it from the sliding mechanism. Then you can take out the 14 millimeter bolt all the way. There will still be some tension on these 2 ears in the mounting bracket, so you kind of have to use a pry bar and wiggle it out slowly. To get it installed in the car, you need to have the bracket like this. The screw goes on the top of the hole, and then the 12 millimeter bolt goes through the sliding bracket and screws into the alternator. Once the alternator's in the car, all the bolts are in place but not tightened, and the belt is on the crankshaft pulley, the AC compressor pulley, and the alternator pulley. You can go ahead and tighten this 12 millimeter slider screw. That'll pull the alternator up and tension the belt. When it's at correct tension, then you tighten the 12 millimeter bolt and the 14 millimeter bolt to spec. This process is kind of hard to film in the engine bay, but with this engine being outside of the car, hopefully that shows it clearly. I was able to get my ratchet in through the top and push this hose to the side to get the slider locking bolt loose. And now I'm taking it out all the way by flexing my ratchet 90 degrees as so. I got the lock bolt, the slider, and the slider bolt out. I got the battery cable and the connector off. I got the alternator out. This one's original to the car, so 22 years old. I used a pry bar against the alternator bracket right here and gently pried it out while I was holding it with my other hand. I would recommend putting a piece of cardboard against the radiator because it's likely going to make contact as you're pulling it out. Make sure you find the washer on the alternator through bolt so it doesn't get stuck anywhere or it could get caught up in the belt. Next, do a comparison of the old alternator and the new one to make sure they match. I put the new alternator in and put the alternator through bolt to hold it. It can still swing. And this is a good time to get your belt back on before you have to tighten it. Next, I'm going to get the slider and the slider adjusting bolt and the lock bolt in. I got the new slider hardware in. This is how it goes in. I found it easier to get this bottom bolt and the actual slider square in from underneath the car. Then I was able to tighten this bolt up to make it so that this slider part wasn't just flopping around and it actually stayed upright. Then I put this bolt through. It's a puzzle to get it in, but it's not too bad. Remember, the hole on the slider part goes upwards, so it looks like this in the car. Once you get your slider assembly in, you tighten this long bolt until it pulls the alternator up and tightens the belt. Once it's fully tightened, you can go ahead and tighten the 14mm bolt in the back and then tighten the locking bolt fully. For torque specs, the alternator through bolt that's 14mm is 43 foot-pounds. The locking bolt is 13 foot-pounds. I was able to torque that with a 1/4-inch torque wrench. And the nut that holds the wire in is 7 foot-pounds. Don't forget to clip your connector back in right here. I got the shroud back in and the transmission cooler line underneath bolted back in. Put this connector in. Made sure our overflow hose is connected. Got the cables routed and put this clip in place. Everything's put back together. All the intake ducts are in. Battery's connected. Just have one cover left to go here.